Good morning everybody, welcome back to the 120th. I am back in South Africa. Right then, I'm down this morning at Cradle Moon. I've got the Stenpeika, large format. We're going to shoot some 4x5 today. I've not got a mass of film holders with me. So I've got 2 sheets of Portra and 6 sheets of FP4, and I'm going to start here. It's pretty cool. Now ideally I think I'll probably be right in the middle of this walkway. So there's been quite a bit of rain, and as you can see it's pretty heavy. The water coming over here is pretty heavy, which means there's a lot of spray. But the light meter is saying about 1/5 of a second. Now at 1/5 of a second I'll probably get a fair bit of, should get some relatively sort of smooth streams of water. I'm getting quite wet just standing here. I'm going to do one from here, and that is going to be the longer exposure. So we'll do that at about F45 for probably a half a second, maybe a second. And then I'm going to do one from the middle, which is going to be a very quick exposure on a big wide, with a big wide aperture. So I'll do that F4.5 and try and get a short, sharp, snappy exposure and try and freeze some of that. So I'm literally going to get the film loaded, then lens cap off, shot, lens cap back on again. Try and reduce the amount of spray getting into the camera. I'm also going to have to work around other people. So give it a go. Put you down here. Happy with that. Up to F45, down to half a second. Got the shutter. Got my FP4 here, so let's bang that in. Dark slide out. Shutter cocked. Here it comes.
Not a bad start. Happy with this one.
Dark slide back in. I can't actually hear the shutter going, it's so loud. That was more difficult than I expected, and I did not have my remote release cable attached to the camera, which meant that I think there might have been a bit of movement. But there we go. So I'm going to try one more here. We get right in the middle of that bridge, and shoot wide open, much higher shutter speed. So just wait for a few people to finish having their photos here. Right, I'm going for it. I'm going to stick with the same angle and the same focus as the last one. So I focus roughly in the middle. The distance should be about the same. I just don't want to stand in the middle of this spray for too long. So we'll go for it here. Remote release, shutter is cocked. This is the frame. Dark slide out. Lens cap off. 3, 2, 1. Does that go? I can't fucking hear. I literally can't hear a thing down here, so...
It did fire actually, but this one clearly got quite a bit of water into the film holder.
Might do that one again. Let's go again. Let's go again. Here we go. Oh, yeah, spray. I'm getting drenched. Okay, we're in business. Here we go. So, Stenopeika dark slide in. Come here, you fucker. There we go. Right, that is in, that's secure. Right. Dark slide out. Lens cover off. That's definitely fired this time. Lens cap back on. Dark slide in. It's wet. Let's get out of here. Oh, everything is drenched. Okay, that's enough getting wet, let's move on. There we go, look at that. Sunken trees. This is what we're talking about. I think we'll just get out onto that little bend there and that'll probably do it, you know. There we go. Right, so I don't actually want the super wide here. I think I might go with my Busch lens. All right. Not bad at all. This could be lovely. Let's go with I really have no gauge on what I've set this iris to because there's no markings. Let's go with 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sheet number 5. Let's lock that off. And let's move on. So I've actually shot on my black and white now, so I'm down to 2 colour, yeah. So let's get out the 210, this beast. Yeah. Right then, trying something a bit different here. I've got the Portra 160, and there's a zebra just there. And what I want him to do is walk towards me. Come on, buddy, he's curious. He wants to. Can we come this way? Oh. I did literally walk up here just 2 seconds ago and said there really is no point in trying to get wildlife on large format. And here we are, trying. Right then, change of plan. I'm going to try and get as close as I can to the zebra rather than waiting for the zebra to come to me, because they're not showing any sign of being likely to do that. So let's creep towards a zebra.
That is a load of rubbish. Move on.
Right then, still life to end the day. Okay, last one of the day. Dark slide out. Shutter's cocked. Here we go, 3, 2, 1.
Right then, I'm back. Pretty happy with some of those. I thought that shot of the 3 trees in the water was pretty good. Pretty chuffed for myself. As you all know, I have some personal issues with landscape photography, so to get a shot that I'm pretty happy with is a big deal for me, so that's good. That was taken with this, which I was super chuffed with. That's the first time I've used that lens. That is a Busch Aplanat. It's got barely any markings on it. I think it's about an 8.5 or a 9 inch, but it's beautiful. Dated that somewhere around the kind of turn of the century, early 1900s. Picked that up in an auction for 25 quid, I think it was. It had loads of spots on the front, which was obviously reducing its value, and nobody obviously wanted to touch it. And I got it back, looked at it, gave it a rub with some alcohol, and they came right off. It was just paint. So pretty chuffed with that lens as well. That'll be coming out again at some point in the near future. That was the Busch Aplanat. Some things obviously didn't work. Number 1 was trying to shoot wildlife on large formats. Well, I think it's probably possible, but it will need much more time than I had that day, and certainly a lot of patience. I think the only real way of doing it is to set up on a point where you think those animals are going to pass, or you think that if you sit there long enough they'll come back to. Set yourself up, know what your framing is, and have everything ready to go basically, so that when that animal passes that point again, you can hit the shutter or take the lens cap off or whatever it is. That or a static animal that's not moving, one of the two. I'm not done with that. I'll be trying again, but with some different kind of parameters, I think. Now, for those of you that have been keeping an eye on my Instagram channel, you'll know that that wasn't the end of the story. Here's what happened next.
Right, just got back to the car. Relatively happy with the photos I took today, I think. I'll have to wait and see how they turn out. But clambering over some rough ground and boulders and whatnot on the way back, the camera separated from the tripod and hit the ground pretty hard, and it's broken. So you see the front standard here is bent. This some of it, there's quite a lot of bent metal actually. The stops are bent, this bracket's bent. You can see where it's hit the ground there. This has come off, and that's pulled the screws straight out of the frame. And plus you can see just through there that the glass is broken on the back. So pretty heavy damage. So I'm gonna have to email Samuele when I get back and confess what I've done to the camera and probably send it back to him in Italy and see what he can do with it. Devastated. Fortunately, I'm going back to the UK in a few days, and I'm back probably for 3 or 4 weeks before coming back out here again, so hopefully there might be time to get it to Italy and back.
So the Stenopeika is smashed, but I'm heading back to the UK in a couple of days, so I will be in touch with Samuele at Stenopeika, and I've already actually sent him pictures. I've been in touch with him, exchanged a couple of emails, sent him pictures of the damage, and he's having to think about what he can do. And hopefully by the time I come back out, the Stenopeika will be fixed. We shall see. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you're not currently subscribed, then please do like and subscribe. I know I've put up 2 large format films in a row. The next one will be a medium format one, and then I'm trying to alternate. So we're doing large format, medium format, large format, medium format. So that's the plan. That's what I'm trying for. But it just so happened that I didn't have a medium format one to put up. So 2 large format in a row. Next one will be a 120, and then hopefully if the Stenopeika is back up and running again, we'll be back to large format again after that, and then back to medium format. I've got a few cameras I want to test out. So yeah, that's the plan. See you for the next one. Cheers, bye.